Hey guys, it's Dana from Growing Dreams Homestead, and I am down in the garden. I did not even plan to make a video today. I just wanted to come home and get some stuff done in the garden and not have to worry about a camera or anything like that, because you know it's a lot of work to do a video of stuff. You got to stop and move the camera and all that, so I just wanted to get to work and get some things done. But anyway, then I decided I should probably grab the camera for this to show you something really cool, so check it out. So last night was the last one in our forecast that is below 50 degrees, so I decided to come and start working on these beds and get them prepared to put in my starts. And then lo and behold, my bed is already planted with lots and lots and lots of volunteers. So you know how I feel about volunteers. I love them. I'm working my way that way. So I think this spot right here I'm gonna leave as my volunteer bed and just see what happens, see what if left to its own device, what nature would do and what it would provide for us. There's more volunteers here than I could ever start myself, so we'll see what happens. So we can chat while I prepare this bed. And this one I am gonna empty out of all the things that are growing, whether they're volunteers or not. Unless there's like a really good one, then I'll probably keep it. So what's a volunteer? A volunteer is a plant, usually a vegetable or fruit, that shows up in your garden from the year before that you did not intentionally plant yourself. So these tomatoes came from tomatoes from last year, and most likely, you know, I let my chickens on the garden in the fall to kind of clean up and eat any scraps and, you know, do their thing. They rake and fertilize and all that. So these were most likely planted by chickens or just by nature from, you know, falling off of the vine and then laying here over winter and coming back. So these plants are very tough. They were, you know, grown here from their parent plant and went through our winter and possibly the digestive system of a chicken, and here they are this spring coming back up. So volunteers are pretty cool. The longer you garden in one spot, the more likely you are to have volunteers show up. I like them. I think it's pretty neat that had I not planted any starts at all, I still would have had more than enough tomatoes for our family. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to keep the bigger, stronger ones. I do have a lot of sunflower volunteers in here too. They're super pretty. So I'm going to keep working. Yeah, that was graceful. So there's no real way to know what these volunteer tomatoes are until they grow up and, you know, make fruit, because even though this was a Roma bed last year, they could have cross-pollinated, or the chickens could have ate, you know, tomatoes from the, you know, beefsteak bed or a cherry tomato, and it ended up here. So, you know, I'm going to keep some of them, but I'm not going to keep them all, because there is stuff that I definitely need. Like I definitely need Romas and San Mazzaros for sauce. I love the big beefsteaks to cut and slice and make sandwiches and BLTs and things like that. I love our little cherries to snack on. So I'll still plant a lot of the stuff I started, but I don't know, it's really cool. It's kind of like how I got those awesome sunflowers that I had in my last video. Those were the seeds from the year before that I had saved, and they had cross-pollinated a couple plants. You know, I had no idea they had done it until last year when they put their flowers on, and they were gorgeous. So, yeah, nature's cool. think we're good now to plant out stuff. We even have some lows in the 60s in our 10-day forecast, so that's awesome. It's chilly this morning though, being 41. So I'm just clearing out weeds. If you don't have one of these tools, you should get one. It's pretty good for weeds. And yes, I pull weeds by hand. You know, we mulch and all that too to help with weeds, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do the hard stuff. You gotta pull them by hand. I see a lot of things on Facebook like, how do I get rid of these weeds? Well, pull them. That's what you do. Spend a lot of time pulling weeds. Try to make it easier on myself with the mulching. You know. Hear the baby chickens in the background. They're doing good down here in the big coop. Well, they're in a smaller coop in the big coop, but they're doing well. Pigs are doing well. Got some flowers starting to come up. The zinnias and stuff that we planted, last weekend. So, all is well on the homestead. And, yeah. Keep reading. This is a bed I haven't got to yet, but look at all those sunflowers. It's going to be pretty. So I got my tomatoes planted, and they look little, but that's okay. And I mulched with pine shaving, pet bedding stuff from TSC. I like using this because I've used straw before and it has a lot of seeds in it, so that comes up, and even though it's easy to pull, it still kind of defeats the purpose if you're trying to keep weeds down. Also, you don't know if your straw has been sprayed with any kind of pesticides, so I went ahead and I mulched this tomato bed, and then next to it I have this bed prepared, and this will be for peppers. I'm going to go ahead and cover it with the pine shavings too, just to keep some moisture in there until I get my peppers in. And look at those potatoes. They have grown a ton in less than a week. Okay guys, so my little unintentional video, I think I'm done. I have like a little goal in mind that every night when I get home from work that I will plant or prepare a couple beds and get, you know, animal chores done before I cook dinner and all the other mom things. So I got 2 beds, one planted, one prepared, did some weeding. So I need to feed piggies and chickens and humans. So I hope you have a good one. Bye.